What is going on, everybody? My name is Fluffy Ninja, and welcome back to another whiteboard video. We're doing another one. Apparently one video is not enough for a tax write-off, so I have to keep using it, just so you're aware. So what we're going to do, right, this is for newer players, of course. This is going over the factions and what they bring to the table from an enemy perspective and what someone that has, over 1,700 hours in game playing against these enemies can tell you as a newer player. I'm not saying that I know everything, but I know most of it. So I'm just here to pass on some of that information to you, despite what faction you play or which one you want to go for the most. If you enjoy bugs or bots or squids, that's totally fine. I hold nothing against you. Whatever you want to play, it's your game. You purchased it. You can play however you want to play. If anyone tells you different, you can politely tell them to go fuck themselves. And that's all you really need to do. Isn't that great? So on this side, I do have the clankers and the squids. The other side is just for bugs. That's how many different bugs there are, is that I needed an entire side of a whiteboard to explain them. Now, this is not going over sub-factions, let's just say that. Like with bots, how they have the Incineration Corps and the Jet Brigade. We're not talking about those. We're just talking about the base kind of units that are involved, and then you can kind of go off of this for those different sub-factions, and it's going to help you regardless. Like, on the other side, bugs, predator strain, spore, spewer, whatever the hell the other one is. We're just going over basic stuff today, so don't worry. Now, I have filmed this video before. It was 40 minutes long, and it was terrible. So hopefully I do a better job this time, and hopefully you get to see it. So let's start with squids. Squids are the newest faction, really, in the game. There's not a lot to them, if we're completely honest. So the voteless, which are the main kind of unit of the Illuminate, is basically taken over citizens of Super Earth or citizens of whatever planet they're fighting on. They are normal people that have been mutated and kind of turned into these weird zombie-like creatures. Now, if you will notice, my handwriting is fucking terrible. So if you can't read this, I apologize. Not a big deal. So voteless, what you have here is called Fatherland mode. Now, if you're not familiar, if you haven't watched the channel before, if you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, what that means is the stalwart machine gun that you get access to as a weapon that you can call in. The stalwart has a maximum rate of fire of 1,200 rounds a minute. That is Fatherland mode, also known as the max fire rate for the MG42. That's what you're going to want to use against hordes of them, is the stalwart. A, because you can then stop, lay down a base of fire, wipe out a wave of them, and then if you have to reload, you can do that on the run. That's why we're not taking regular MGs or heavy MGs or anything like that. Fatherland mode is going to be your best friend when facing hordes of voteless. Your standard weapon will probably do fine against a group or a squad or whatever, but if there are just a bunch of them, Fatherland mode, you're gonna want it. Okay. That also goes with turrets like the Gatling Sentry. That is great for just mowing down hordes of voteless. That is almost like what that thing is for, as well as for bugs. The rhombus. Now, this is the little dodecahedron thing that flies around, and if it sees you, it fucking immediately goes behind a goddamn wall and then calls in reinforcements. I don't know why, but you'll notice that is that it'll see you, it'll flash purple, and then it will disappear and then call in reinforcements. So if you see these guys from a distance, hit your fucking shots. So that way you avoid more stuff being called in. These things also shoot electricity at you, which not a big deal. not terrible. However, it does shock you and slow you down. So that's really the big thing, is that it slows you down, so that way your horde of Olis can catch back up to you. Your Overseers. Now, there is 3 different types of Overseers, one of which I have separated, but the 2, which is just the main Overseer, and then the Crescent Overseer, which is the asshole that lobs stuff at you from down the street, even though there's no fucking way you can see me, guy. How are you hitting me this accurately every time? For both of them, for the regular Overseer that's going to come and swing at you, if you have a Riot Shield, you can block that hit, which is pretty great. And then the guy that's launching stuff at you, just dump the mag. Just dump the fucking mag in your gun at them, and then blow them up. Blowing up is probably the best way to do it. 2 crossbow shots, and you take out both of them regardless. And if they're standing near explosive barrels, that's even better. Now for the Flying Overseer, if you can read this, they're fucking bullshit is what they are. They're fucking bullshit all the time. Doesn't matter how many there are. They're fucking bullshit. And they just are. And I think everyone agrees with that Flying Overseers are fucking bullshit, because they will bother you the entire time. Regardless of if you are close to them or not, they are going to miss every single shot about 4 times. And then the 5th time, they are going to laser you from wherever they are and hit you with every burst. And it's fucking irritating. So I just thought I would let people know that they're fucking bullshit, and just if you have 1 or 2 following you, focus them immediately. Throw down a turret, that takes them out immediately. Hit them with a fucking rocket, who cares? For some reason, they survive all of the stuff that kills normal Overseers. I don't really understand why. I'm sure there's an armor value thing some nerd is going to explain. I don't really care. What I'm saying is that Flying Overseers are fucking bullshit, and to just nuke them as fast as possible. The worst thing about Flying Overseers, besides them being fucking bullshit, is that they apparently want to be cosmonauts, and they just take off into fucking outer space for no goddamn reason. By the way, they're still shooting at you from up there. It's the same thing with the Rhombus. The Rhombus will just fucking, all of a sudden they're in the stratosphere, which they can still call in reinforcements from, and good luck hitting them. The best thing, honestly, for the Rhombus, and probably the Flying Overseer, is and as much as I hate to say this, because I think it is very pay to win, is the pistol that is in the Superstore that locks on enemies. For the Rhombus, absolutely. It's great for that, because it's literally like doo-doo-doo, and it's gone. It's awesome. For the Flying Overseer, though, you have to dump like probably 2 mags into them around that, because 1 or 2 of your shots is going to miss, because of course it is. Probably because Flying Overseers are fucking bullshit. So there's that. Or just, grab a medium pen gun and just dump it at them. Flesh mobs, also known as the anal gums or the amalgams, dump multiple mags. Because very much like the Flying Overseer, flesh mobs, they too are fucking bullshit and are just there to waste your ammo. That's what it seems like. So what I would say is either hit them with an airstrike, throw a turret down so that way it goes after the turret first. That way you have more time to dump a mag into them, or another mag, so that way you can take them out faster. Yes, you can hit the little blue eyes on their body, and that is supposedly a faster way to kill them, or you can light them on fire. Lighting them on fire is great for the anal gums. It's pretty fucking sick. I would say just hit them with a grenade, stick them with a thermite. That's really good. The problem with sticking them with a thermite, though, is that then they just follow you. Like, very much like what we'll cover with some of the bugs, like chargers. These guys can just turn on a fucking dime, and they are the quietest fucking thing chasing you. I don't understand what's going on with some of the bigger enemies in this game. I'm a big dude. I'm pretty goddamn sneaky, hence the name fluffy ninja, but like, holy shit, did these guys take it to a completely different level. For the tripods, which are the big, it's a fucking tripod. If I have to describe it to you, why are you here? Tripods, though, aim for its joints, where it's like where its legs are. Aim for those, not like the elbow, but like the shoulder where it connects to the main body. That's the spot that you want to hit. Yes, you can just dump rounds into it. We've done it before. We literally had 3 guys with machine guns just fucking laying it down, and it was great, and it worked. It took a lot of bullets, but you can do it. But just aim for the joints. Honestly, that's what takes them down the fastest. If you have an eat, just shoot them basically right in the butthole, and their arm pops off, and then they're dead. What you can do, though, is the little fin on the top of their head. Shoot that with medium pen, because that takes away their ability to have a shield backup. So if one of your guys has a rocket launcher, and you happen to, in your hand, have a machine gun or some kind of medium pen, just lay into that so that way they can't form another shield, so that way when your rocket guy goes to line up, they don't just pop a bubble out of their ass and then their rocket goes to waste. I would say that's probably the best thing that you, as the guy that may not be the dedicated anti-tank, that's what you can do. And it's great. The bird, or the fucking airplane, or whatever you want to call it. Interloper, I think is what it's actually called. Medium pen, machine gun. Just basically, you're an AA gun now. Congratulations. Not turret, or like the AA or the turret that you jump on, because then they will just lock onto you and kill you. You can also shoot them down with a grenade pistol. I think it only takes 1 shot from my experience. That's all it's taken. I've done it with a grenade launcher too. Like, basically anything medium pen, if you hit one of the birds with, it's going to go down. Clanker loves shooting them down with machine guns. It usually works pretty well, honestly. But I would say any kind of medium pen, make sure it's a machine gun. I mean, you can use like the Liberator Penetrator, the Adjudicator, whatever else it's medium pen. Just stay mobile, or else when that fucking blue raspberry strip appears on the ground, like, you're probably going to die. The Skyju, also known as the Leviathan, the Lenovo. Those two are fucking bullshit. They just are. Skyjus, very much like flying overseers, are fucking bullshit. I would say even more so. Why? Because they can be anywhere on the map, especially if it's not a mega city, and just be fucking bullshit and hit you from miles away. They are the biggest pieces of shit on the Illuminant side. They really are. They just are. You will not convince me otherwise. I'm sorry. They are also one of the most pay-to-win enemies. So if you get the Urban Legends Warbond, throw that down, you see a Skyju, probably about half the magazine of the anti-tank emplacement, it goes down. Whereas if you're trying to do it with a rocket launcher, with an EAT, you're insane. But you have to then keep track of them, follow them, possibly throw another EAT down, throw another whatever down, and keep shooting them, waste ammo to refill your rocket launcher backpack. The anti-tank emplacement is the best thing to take down Skyjus. That is another reason why they're fucking bullshit, because it's pay to win. And I will stand by that, surrounded by bodies. I don't care. It's my hill to die on. Come at me. So that pretty much covers the Squid side. Honestly, the Squids, there's not too much to them with the ships and stuff. Shoot through the open door. There's a mission specifically for like their big mothership thing. That's what the cannon is for. So I think you'll figure it out. But the little ships that are on the ground, hit them with an airstrike. You can hit them with a gas strike. Those are really nice. The other good thing about like a lot of these things, except for the things that are fucking bullshit, they'll go down pretty easily. You just put enough bullets into it, it's gonna die. Except for the Skyju. The Flying Overseer, it's got to be accurate bullets. But everything else is just bullets. except for the Skyju. Skyju, it has to be anti-tank until you blow off one of their wings. Then if you have an AP4 weapon, then you can actually shoot them and hit them. That would be the revolver or more anti-tank. So, hence them being fucking bullshit. For the clankers, for the robots, I don't know how well this is going to appear on camera. It looks a little bit, probably shouldn't have done it in red, but their faction is red. Fucking sue me. For the troopers, these are the flare assholes. If you see a trooper, just shoot it before it shoots a flare. And then it's going to go away, and then they won't call in reinforcements, which is a good thing. Don't let people call in reinforcements. That's bad news. Chainsaw Man. What he does is he pushes you out of cover. That's really all he does. So just dump bullets. Very similar to the Overseer. Just dump bullets into the Chainsaw Man, so that way he can't push you out of cover. And that way it's not a problem. Striders. Now these are the normal Striders. These are the regular Striders. Well, the Striders and then the armored Striders. So I just put those together. Use a medium pen weapon, and you can shoot them directly in the dick. The ones with rockets on the side, shoot the rockets, and they die immediately. Quez, for some reason, didn't know that, even though I was doing it in front of him the entire game. Shoot the rockets on the side of the ones with the rockets, and then they explode, and then they die. Do that, and you'll be fine. The regular ones, you can go around them, shoot them in the back, or you can just shoot medium pen into their dick and they die. Devastators. Devastators are probably one of the most frequent enemies that you run across, depending on what difficulty you're playing with, or playing on. You've got the Heavy Devastator, which is the guy with the shield and the minigun. He is probably the most bullshit, and that's the other versions of him that are also bullshit, like the fire one, that you're dead unless you shoot him in the face. If it's the one that's got like a cannon, it's going to light you on fire with every shot. If it's the one with the shotgun, it will just kill you instantly if you're too close. The normal one will like shred you down, kind of like be a pain in the ass and just take all your stims basically. So all of them, even the one with the rockets, the one with the shields, the normal ones, shoot them in the fucking face. And then they're not a problem anymore. Normal Devastators have this weird thing where if you get too close, they will punch you and beat the absolute shit out of you. Like fucking Mike Tyson, just slam you into the ground, and then they'll step on you. Striders will also step on you, which is weird that so many enemies have a stepping fetish, but whatever. But just shoot them in the face, and then the regular Devastators, they'll punch you, but they will miss every single shot for whatever reason, and then right before you're going to stim, they'll hit you. Every fucking time. And it will stop your stim, and then you'll get shot by something else, and then you'll die. I don't know if that's coded, or if that's just a feeling, but I feel like regular Devastators, their only goal is to stop you from ever using a stim, and then letting somebody else kill you. I feel like that's what their job is. I don't know why. Hulks. There's a very big glowing eye in the middle of Hulks. Yes, you can shoot them from behind on their heat vents. That's totally fine. You're able to use throwing knives against the heat vents. World's first killing a Hulk with throwing knives. That was me. But aim for the eye. Aim for the red part in the middle. Railguns are really nice to do that. You can also use heavy machine guns. You can blow them up in a sense of like if you hit impact grenades between their legs, it will blow them up. You can also use the anti-material rifle against Hulks and shoot them directly in that eye, and that will take care of them. Tanks, take them from behind. That's all I really got for you. So between the tracks, there's a little like vented. It's not vented, but it looks vented. I'm not talking about on the back of the turret. I'm talking about on the back of the actual tank body itself. That spot you can melee or use a medium pen weapon, and you will be able to blow up the tank. Or you can take care of everything from Hulks down, well, except for maybe gunships, with a single thermite grenade, which is why I've told everyone in the other video that I did, somebody put a thing, to go with democratic detonation as your first war bond, because it's going to take care of pretty much everything that's on the list for the other side too. You can do that, hit them with a rail cannon strike. Basically just anti-tank is totally fine, but you got to hit them in the right spot. So the vents on the back of the turret, anything medium pen that'll do it. If you're trying to shoot it from the front, it's got to be heavy pen or AT. That's the only way they're going to be able to take out tanks. You can, however, medium pen the tracks, and that will stop them from being able to move. So that might be useful, or you can use them to kind of like clog up a doorway, which we have done on defenses. Gunships. So gunships, there's a gunship factory that will produce them. There's random gunships that just show up. When you're looking at it head on, right? When you're looking at it head on, there's 4 engines. The 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Pick one, have a medium pen weapon, and just fucking shoot it. And it's going to die. So autocannons are great for this. The anti-air weapon thing, the swarm missile thing, that's terrible. Don't use that. Any of the plasma weapons are really good for it because apparently the explosion does damage to the pilot. Even though I'm pretty sure the gunships are drones. I have no evidence of that, but that just makes sense to me. The other thing that's really good is the autocannon turret, who I affectionately call Honey Badger, because Honey Badger doesn't give a shit about you, about the enemies in its way. It's firing 3 shots. Lord help whoever is standing between you or between him and those 3 shots, because it's going to let them go. It doesn't care if you're in the way. It gives 0 fucks. Tall dogs. These are also known as the factory striders. We call them tall dogs. We were going to go with horses, but Clanker's girlfriend likes horses, and they only have small dogs. So we call these tall dogs. Because fuck them, that's why. Just throw all the things at it. As many things as you have, throw all of them, and that'll probably take care of the tall dog. I would say if you have a mission where there is a line of them coming, turrets, 380s, walking barrages are really great. I would say rail cannons are good. The thermite grenades, again, you should throw fucking all of them. Throw all of them. You have more? Throw all of them. And then the war striders, which are different from the regular striders. Regular striders, pretty easy to take out. The war striders, which are the newest thing, those 2 are fucking bullshit, because yes, you might be able to take them out with an AT, and that's if they don't see you first. They don't shoot you with their bullshit laser weapons that knock you down immediately, even if they don't hit you. And then that's if they don't launch a conservative count, a fuck ton of grenades at you and ragdoll you all over the fucking ground. That's why they're fucking bullshit, is because of how many grenades they launch at one time. Meanwhile, our infinite grenade thing that we had for a while, taken away immediately, and then now the bots have it, which I think is super gay. So war striders are fucking bullshit. Hit them with AT. Having the whole rail cannon thing was pretty sick. Throw a rail cannon. If you get 3 of them again, that'd be nice. As far as cities for both of them, the best way to approach a city that I have found for any of the factions, it doesn't matter. We're just covering these 2. Bugs are on the other side. So for any of the factions, if you are on a city map, not a mega city, just there is a city section, right? You are on a city section. There's no civilians. There's no sea soldiers. There is just a section of the map that is gray, and it's a city. You go to one end of the city, regardless of faction, and you throw a walking barrage. And it just devastates everything in front of you. And then you go in behind the walking barrage, clear out whatever enemies remain. If something calls in, a bug breach or more ships or whatever, you deal with that. By that time, you should have another walking barrage, and then you throw that where the other one stopped, and then it just continues down that line and just devastates everything again. Bug cities, I think, are probably the best for that, just because the amount of bug cities that just, there's a stalker nest in the block somewhere. Where is it? I don't have to fucking worry about that because I threw a walking barrage and it's gone. That walking barrages are 100% your best friend for any of the cities, for the mega structures for sure. Granted, squids don't really have a mega structure yet, but for the bots, their mega base, that's great for that. For the mega nest, for bugs, walking barrages are hands down one of the best barrages to get, because if you kill one of your teammates with a walking barrage, you get to use the best line of "why were you fucking standing there?" Because very clearly it's going that direction. You can see it. You can see it coming down at different angles. It's going that way. So if I threw a walking barrage and you got hit by it, why were you standing there? Because very clearly it's going that way. The red ball is back here. The walking barrage is going that way. It's your fault if you get hit by a walking barrage. I just want to make that clear to everybody. New players, old players. If you get hit by a walking barrage, it is your fault. Now, 380s and 120s, those are different. Those are much, much different. 120s, if bad throw, they got hit before they threw it, hey, that's unfortunate. 380s, however, doesn't matter if they chucked it directly at you, if they dropped it at their feet. The secret to the 380 barrage, okay, and there was a guy that did like a whole video on this. The secret to the 380 barrage is 380 barrages only hit players that are scared of 380 barrages. That's it. So you can walk directly through a 380 barrage. As long as you show no fear, you will get through it totally fine. If you get hit, it's because part of you was afraid. And there's no other explanation. There's no looking at the sky to try to judge the pattern. It's because you were afraid or you weren't afraid. And that's it. All right. Now that I've wasted enough of your time, let's get to bugs. Because bugs is probably the most convoluted thing in the entire game. It really is. With how many different bugs there are. With, again, we're not covering sub-factions. We're just covering the base bugs. But for the most part, like when we're talking about stalkers, that's going to apply to the predator strain. When we're talking about the gloom ones, that's going to apply to the ones that spit acid at you, because they're very similar. They're not the same, but they're very similar. So for bugs, okay, just light them on fire, dumbass. There's no strategy for bugs. You know what dies regardless of what size bug it is? All of the bugs, if you light them on fire. You know what can sneak up on you when it's on fire? Nothing, because it's on fucking fire. Just light it on fire. It's not that hard of a concept for all you fucking bug divers. Light them on fire. See how the dumbass bug is on fire? And that dumbass bug's on fire? If you just light the bugs on fire, they die. Now, there was an issue with the gloom bugs. I don't think they fixed this either, that when they were in a mega city, the flamethrower did nothing. I'm not talking about the flamethrower. Throw the fire grenades, throw the sparkler grenades, throw the thermite grenades. Most importantly, you throw the orbital napalm barrage. Guess how many bugs the orbital napalm barrage lights on fire? Fucking trick question. It's all of them. Because it's an orbital napalm barrage. Just light the bugs on fire, and then they're not a problem anymore. I don't know how much clearer I can be. That's all I've got for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to check out everybody's links down in the description. And yeah, catch you in the next one. Later.